toi. Know my soul. Time to act. Take me up. Open fire.
Hey Mirak, how are you doing? So yeah, today, like, to be honest, not so much to do. Like, Zenless Zone Zero, like, live stream was yesterday. It was fun, not gonna lie. Actually, like, not bad. I like this type of like live streams more than Genshin does. You know why? Genshin just like, yeah, they will not like yeah. Just imagine like the paimon is on stream all the time. It's actually annoying. It would be annoying, I would say. But yeah, Zenless Zone Zero streams, HSR streams, I like them. So yeah, also they showed like pretty good stuff. I'm not like I don't play like Zenless Zone Zero so much, but again, I like to do the videos of Zenless because the game itself is actually pretty cute. Like, I mean, like in terms of graphics, etc., something like that. But yeah, about the Genshin, we are going to get like Genshin livestream in less than a week, next Friday, so yeah, don't forget about that. And also, yeah, not so much to do again, like, yeah, I'm just like, you know, don't forget about like this map, so yeah, you need to finish it. And also don't forget about this stuff, which is like, yeah, temple, you know, table of Tona. I mean, like, yeah, you can activate up to level 50 right now, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, about future characters, like, it depends, it's completely on you. Like, it depends on your account, actually. Like, would you like to go for Flints or Lauma? I would say Lauma is way more preferable for any account because of damage. But again, the damage is a little bit limited. As you know, guys, that Lunar is a transformative reaction and it has a limited damage. I mean, so yeah, as soon as they add more HP to the character, to the enemies, like, they yells, you know, like those characters, I mean, like Lunar Charge, Lunar Bloom, etc., something like that, they're not going to relevant anymore. That's a problem, you know. But again, overall lunar damage, like by calcs, will be maybe slightly better than Notcry characters damage, you know. That's true. So you need to go for lunar anyway. No way you can. Hey Sino, how are you doing? Thank you very much, I'm good. Currently grinding for Flints, but I might skip him. Like, sadly I have like 11 pulls with guaranteed. Oh, about that, you know, like what I would suggest you to do, like Mirak, just check the character. If you like, you know what's a problem with I don't know if you know how he, like, how you need to play with him. So yeah, he is kind of a Varesa, right? He does what? He has special burst. You can use that special burst every 6 seconds by pressing skill. The problem is, skill has cooldown like every 6 seconds. Bursts, like, you can use only 2 bursts, special bursts. That's it. Every 6 seconds, only once, because like like, yeah, it's not so much damage, unfortunately. You know, as I know, it's not going to be so much damage. That's why his Constellation 1 is so broken, because it's decrease the timing from 6 seconds to 4 seconds, and you can use like 3 special like bursts, you know. Like, yeah, he needs some energy. He also needs some supportive character like Electro, you know why, to gain some energy, Electro Particle. So yeah, like, we'll, like, again, it's a little bit, he also needs second lunar to increase the damage, which is also true. Like, Aiza, like, that's why Inefa is the best teammate for him. You still can use iansan, but the problem with iansan, like, that Flints, he is not moving so fast, you know. So and he is not a natlan character, keep that in mind. So because of that, if you have low Constellation iansan, she is not going to be so great with Flints, even though you can use her, you know. Yeah, the idea of not using his big burst is kinda sad. I wanna see him aura farm. Vortex, are you planning on pulling for flints? About flints, Sano, I don't think so. You know why? Let's say like that. At the moment, my like I would say Lauma is better in terms of damage and usability. You know why? Because she can be played with single Notcry character and with two Notcry characters. As you know, guys, so yeah, if you don't know that, when you have one Notcry character, you activate like some you know, passive, Notcry passive, or Notcry, I would say, resonance. Yeah, Notcry resonance, it's better. So yeah, you activate Notcry resonance, and what? When you have one Notcry character, you activate only nascent, yeah, nascent stuff. When you have two Notcry characters on the team, you activate ascendant. So it gives you some different buffs. Let's say, it depends on the character. It depends on it might be artifacts buff. It might be character buff. It's like, yeah, it's complete. It's not like Natlan buffs, you know, like Natlan Night Soul Burst. Just a second, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just like turn off my microphone. But yeah, like Sana, if you want me to answer to the question, I don't think so about Flints. Even though I like him like a little bit, I have Inefa, maybe I can activate him like, but yeah, I already have that character. You know why you maybe, like, let's say like that. You need Flints if you want to clear that diary mode, maybe. But if you want to clear Fearless mode, I mean Stygian, future Stygian, because second boss and third boss, it's mostly for Flints and Lauma. Just keep that in mind. So if you want to clear that, you need that Flints. Even without Flints, with high constellations like Inefa, it's still possible. Because you know why? I recently played Inefa Constellation 2 on Desta's account, and she does crazy amount of damage. You know, just insanely. 400k damage with that Birgitta. It's crazy. I really hope Columbina will be good, but I'm about Columbina actually, you know what? You know what's the problem? They actually kinda like catch us, I mean Hoyo, because they released Inefa, which is supportive character, then they're going to release Flints, Lauma, Aino, Nefer, etc., something like that, couple Notcry characters, and after that Columbina. You know what's the problem? Columbina might be useful for all of them. It depends on her mechanic, you know? If she's going to be kinda like sub-DPS supportive character, which is I hope she's going to be, you know? Because you know why? Sub-DPS supportive is a great ability. It's kinda like, she's going to be kinda like Fontaine Furina in Notcry, you know? If it's so, it's going to be like crazy as hell, just imagine. Because she can, let's say, she can buff, if she can, if they will give her ability to buff lunar damage, like all of the lunar damages, that would be crazy. Because like Hydro can interact with Dendro and with Electro. So you can get like Hyper Bloom, and you can get like Hyper Bloom, Lunar Bloom, and you can get Electro Charge and Lunar Charge, you know? So because of that, she might be Notcry Furina, just keep that in mind. Also with some debuff function, and maybe she will get some new bullet abilities, I mean in terms of damage, maybe, slightly, you know? If it's so, it would be great, crazy. I was super surprised to see Lauma being Dendro, like she's Scream Hydro. Oh yeah, about that, like all of the characters looks actually pretty weird, you know? Like yeah, I agree with you. Like, let's say like that, Columbina herself actually doesn't look as a Hydro. And let's say Durin doesn't look as a Pyro, you know? Only Alice you can say, Varka maybe, yes, you know? But yeah, it's kinda like, yeah, outfit's kinda weird. Because like she will be Hydro, and that's core element for you. That's true, like yeah, that's what I was talking about. So because like it's because of that, like Hydro can interact with Dendro and also can interact with Electro, you actually can get both of the reaction, I mean lunar reaction. And that's most likely, yes, it depends, like let's say like that, definitely like, you know, it still depends. Most likely, Columbina will buff all of the reactions, you know, because it's kind of like Furina again. Like, if in my opinion, Colombina is going to be not Cry's Furina, kind of like buff for all of the characters, because Furina in Fontaine was kind of like crazy as hell, you know. She was just, even now she's just insanely great for natlan characters. You can use, like, not for all of them of course, but yeah, some of them. She is still great for mostly all of the Fontaine characters, you know. It doesn't matter which one. You can use with Navia, you can use with Nuvolet, you can use like with like so many characters, you know. Like we have, like, yeah. So because of that, like, yeah, I think like Colombina is going to be something like Furina's like type for Notcry. We'll see. I won my 350-50 in a row. Now I'm super scared. Might be lose on Flints, but if you want to go for Flints, I don't know about that. Hey Pikmin, how are you doing? Hi Shinora, hi guys, thanks for joining. About that, like, it's up to you to go for Flints. I would suggest you to wait. You know why? Just wait for damage. Because, you know, like, you might be a little bit disappointed. Because at Constellation 0, with craftable weapon, without Inefa and second Notcry, and without at least Constellation 1 Aino, most likely he's not going to be better than Constellation 0 Varesa. Just keep that in mind. Just like, yeah, you need to wait, because like Varesa actually has pretty good damage potential, not gonna lie. If you have good, let's say like that, if you have Constellation 6 iansan and Constellation 6 Chevrus, actually Varesa is extremely crazy because of those supportive characters, you know. She's extremely crazy character. At the moment, Flints doesn't have such a great supportive characters, you know. The only supportive character he has, it's Inefa, which increased like a little bit, and also Aino, but would be nice to get Aino Constellation 6. Inefa for battery and for additional like electro application, and Aino for hydro and for lunar damage, like 35% if you have Constellation 6, and also for EM buff, 80 EM for 15 seconds at Constellation 1, something like that. Happened to me, Sign. No way, if I lose, I will crash out. So, but yeah, you will be alright. You will be alright. So I need to know, like, if Colombina will make good, like, I have get Flint. About that, like, let's say like that, Mirak. If you ask me, I would still suggest you to go for Colombina no matter what. She is going to be crazy, definitely. She is going to be like an Archon for Notcry 6.0, you know. Like, just imagine she is kind of like at the same level as Mavuika, as Furina, as Tsaritsa, which is going to be released in 7.0. So yeah, because like, yeah, she is an Archon. Like, not an Archon of course, but yeah, pretty powerful. By the way, about the damage, I heard that she might surpass Mavuika, but we'll see. So my Constellation 1 Varesa is better than Constellation 0 Stellar Fronts. Without supportive characters, Mirak, yes. Without support, if you have like good team for your Varesa, which is Chevrus, Constellation 6, if you get iansan Constellation 6, like, yeah, if you get all of these characters, yes, your Varesa is actually better than Flints. Because of Flints without supportive character is going to be okay, not bad, but again, just keep that in mind. His mechanic, it's kind of like every 6 seconds, you can do that special burst, you know. It's kind of like going to be like not like Varesa is completely different. Just keep that in mind. Varesa is actually pretty good DPS, and also Varesa is a plunger, you know. It's actually good for shields, some type of shields. I'm a crying. Why is that? Now Vortex, like, I think I might lose on films. You know what, like, again, like, Sino, if you ask me, I still would suggest you to wait like a little bit, because you know why? Oh, I will go for him. Actually, his craftable weapon is pretty good. Like, I mean, like, Notcry craftable weapon is actually not bad for all of the Notcry characters. I mean, like, yes, it depends of the types, but still. It's like, even like Catalyst good for Lauma, Polearms good for Inefa and for Flints. You know, we're going to get like Nefer. We don't know Nefer weapons though. I don't know that. So yeah, but she's going to be Dendra as well. Keep that in mind. Most likely Nefer is going to be on field DPS. So yeah, kind of like opposite to Lauma. Lauma is kind of field. As you know, guys, if you have one Notcry Llama, she buffs Bloom reaction. If you have two Notcry characters on a team with Llama, she buffs her own damage, which is actually might be, you know, it's two completely different builds. I would say one of them is going to be supportive one, which is one Notcry. So with two Notcries, it's like maybe you need to build her as a DPS. Nefer is bow, right? I don't know about that, Mirak, to be honest. Notcry is so close. Yeah. I will go for Durin if possible. I would get Durin cons. About Durin cons, actually, you know what, Shinora? It's not a bad idea. If Durin, you know why, guys? Because if Durin is going to be kind of supportive character like Shanling, as you know, we have Shanling. We have some, like, it's not a news or something. We have some leaks, but it's not. I don't believe in leaks so much, because if you remember, they said the same about mavuika, that mavuika can completely replace Shanling and Bennett. Yes, she can replace maybe. Actually, she cannot replace Shanling, because Shanling application is way more faster than mavuika's application, as you know, like way more faster. So Shanling is still crazy as hell. She is still extremely useful. So yeah, they said that. Durin can replace Shanling. If it's so, most likely he will get like crazy fast application, but not within his burst, but within his skill. And if that skill is going to get like 100% uptime, then yes, I would say his constellation, at least first and second one, would be just crazy as hell. And if those constellation can do some more supportive abilities, like yeah, give him more supportive abilities, then yes, his constellation might be extremely useful. Just keep that in mind, like Shinora, that Durin is not going to be a Notcry character. Just keep that in mind. You know why? Because Notcry is going to be the, yeah, more, I would say, preferable to get, but Durin is not going to be Notcry. Notcry, yes. By the way, guys, again, like, don't forget about future live stream. It's going to be like next Friday, less than a week. I hope it's going to be at least some Chinese style type, you know, like watching those chibi characters, it's kind of like annoying as hell, but we'll see. About Neferbo, I don't know, like maybe. I heard Durin won't buff mualani despite being good in Vape. About that, it's possible. You know why? It depends on his application. Let's say like that. If he is going to be like not Notcry, most likely he still can buff. Like they can only somehow, like intentionally, like you know, avoid him to do some, you know, supportive like abilities to mualani. I don't believe in that. It's still possible, you know, just keep that in mind. It's still possible. Maybe they will add something special to Durin, I don't know. But if he's going to be like ordinary pyro character, then he definitely will be useful for mualani, for like, let's say, for Arlecchino, because, you know, like at the moment, if he can like kind of some healing ability, if he will get some healing abilities, what I've heard, like he can be actually like, yes, my bad, like for Arlecchino you don't need that abilities, but again, he can be useful for mavuika, he can be useful, he can replace like Bennett in some cases, you know, like, yeah. But we'll see. Again, like it's still like super early to say something, because Durin is going to be released in 6.2. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, we will get some news in 6.1, guys, only. So yeah, 6.1 is going to be maybe Nefer, maybe Jahoda, my bad, Jahoda, you know. By the way, Nefer most likely is going to be Catalyst. Just keep that in mind. It's still questionable, but maybe, you know. So yeah. Jahoda is most likely, we don't know the element type, but yeah, but Durin is 6.2. I heard Durin will code like Columbina and Boy. Yes, like most likely yes. Like, you know why? If he can be used in a Columbina wave team, in that case you know, like it's not going to be Columbina wave team though. Like let's say like that. If you say that Columbina's wave team, then it means Columbina is going to be kinda on field DPS. You know why? Because yeah, you need to keep someone on field. Durin, according to the leaks, like what we know so far, he's going to be like supportive character, not DPS. So yeah, maybe we'll see. Again, like it's, you know why? You cannot say anything about the characters like if they will be released like 2 or more versions before, you know, it's actually literally impossible. If you remember all of the leaks about Mavuika, she is going to be like crazy, she can replace like Bennett, Shanling, etc. She cannot even replace Shanling at the moment. I mean, yes, she is great, but when you need crazy supportive character, Shanling is still like not a bad option, you know. Let's say she is still pretty valuable and versatile, I mean Shanling, even though she needs like ton of energy recharge, even though Goba is actually terrible as hell when it comes to like many enemies or like pretty you know, swift enemies, like single bosses, you know. So yeah, but again, like her application is crazy, I mean Shanling's application. Lunar Wave. About Lunar Wave, maybe, you know, like it's still like I don't know about Lunar Wave, not gonna lie, because you know why? Well, you know what's the problem is with Lunar Wave? Wave is kinda like not, let's say like that. Lunar Charge is transformative. You cannot buff a Lunar Charge with damage percentage. So yet, as I mentioned a couple times, so Furina is not so useful. Yelan, Cinder City is not so useful with lunar related damage. When it comes to Lunar Wave, like ordinary wave, it actually, yes, can be buffed. Maybe, yeah, maybe we will get like something like Lunar Wave. It's possible actually, because like wave is still somehow needs elemental mastery. In that case, they can change that formula, they can change some reaction. It's actually might be, and the color, they will change the color as well. At the moment we get like
Light it up.
something like that. Maybe like its vaping is going to be like some more orange, you know, some more orange.
Body and mind.
But we'll see. Yeah, it's still like yeah, maybe some orange. The only thing I'm worried right now is like Durin signature weapon. If Durin can only go in it might not be able to roll for Durin cons for, because Columbina may offer. Yeah, about that, about the weapon, I would say yes. You know why? Because Durin, actually, like we don't know what weapon is going to be like Durin. We don't know the weapon.
Let's ride.
For Durin.
Throttle.
Just a second, let me just kill them.
Lockdown.
Defensive mode engaged.
About the weapon, but yeah, I agree with you. Like, let's say like that. If you ask me, like, I would say since he is going to be supportive anyway, like as you know, guys, like, it's like signature weapon for the characters is crazy. It helps a lot. For example, like Inef's weapon is just crazy as hell. 40% additional lunar damage is just insanely great, you know. Most likely Durin is going to be also get some crazy weapons, but yeah, I would say Columbina's weapon is mostly, I would say it's preferable than Durin's weapon, you know. Columbina is going to be, even though we have actually pretty good catalysts, you know, so far we have like great, if she is going to be supportive characters, you can actually even use TDDS. I mean like Columbina, you know, to get some attack, because Lunars actually can benefit from attack buff. So like TDDS is actually might be an option for Columbina, you know, just keep that in mind. But on the other case, that weapon can give you more lunar damage than the attack gives you, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's also possible. Just imagine you get the weapon which gives you like 40% lunar damage, which is actually would be better than this 48% attack, or like not 40, like 35, something like that, you know? It would be better than this weapon. Definitely. If they just add like some buff like Inefa signature weapon on Durin weapon, I'm dead. I mean, yeah, it's possible. Not gonna lie, Shinora, it's possible. But again, I would say Columbina's weapon might be more preferable. Because like, it still depends. But you know what the point is? The good point is, we're going to get Durin and Columbina back to back. So yeah, when Durin's banner is live, you can see some leaks about Columbina and her weapon. So you will be prepared, you know. Most likely Durin is going to be on the first phase of 6.2. Columbina is going to be on the first phase on 6.3 as well. So because of that, you actually can you can decide whether to go for weapon or something like that, you know. So you will be fine. Just a second, guys.
I'm a little out of practice these days. Any conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peacemaking.
Sorry guys, I'm back. I don't have Nahida yet. Is it a good option to get Nahida and save for Columbina? To get Nahida and save... You know what the problem is? Nahida is still going to be good in quicken teams, in quicken damage, because she actually not bad when it comes to DPS as well. But if you want to go for Lauma, Lauma is in general would be better, I would say, you know. So yeah, like that. Go for Nahida. I would say... the problem is, yes, Nahida is going to be released next patch, if I'm not mistaken, right? Alongside... It's going to be Yelan and Nahida, right? Something like that. It's like 6.0. It's a difficult question, you know why? Because, let's say like that. Nahida is a character actually like which can be used with Alhaitham. You can use with...
Wait. Huh? No.
Yeah, in Hyperbloom, that's true. Virgin, I would say it depends. Yeah, it's for Virgin you need some like yeah, maybe Toma, which is actually pretty good on with Virgin, you know. You also can use with Arlecchino. Actually, it's not a bad team, you know. Like with Arlecchino and like Nahida. It's also burning, not bad. We still have Emily. If you don't have Emily... But yes, maybe. But again, just keep that in mind. Like Columbina, if you're talking about Columbina and Nahida duo, I would say they are not going to work pretty good. You know why? Because keep that in mind. Columbina is going to be not cry character. It means that resonance, not cry resonance, which is like nascent and ascendant. It means Columbina might work with Lauma and Nefer way better than with Nahida. You know, in that case. Actually, instead of Nahida, you can use Yao Yao. You know, like she still gives you some application, and it's not cry character. So yeah, or like let's say any other character. So it's still like questionable. You know, the problem is they want to completely force you to go for not cry characters. That's why the reaction, new reaction, etc., something like that. It's actually difficult to explain now, but you can notice that with Inefa. Inefa is actually pretty friendly with old characters, because Inefa just what she does, she just actually like converts all electro charge into the lunar charge, and literally that's it. I don't have Nahida, so Lauma with Nahida. Lauma. Lauma with Nahida on second phase. Yeah, that's true. Lauma with Nahida.
combat
and
data
Yelan,
updated.
and if I'm not
Please
mistaken,
rest assured
Yelan
that I will
and
not blow the roof off again.
Flint on the first one. I want to get her for Sino. For Sino, it's up to you what I can say. Miracle. I mean, like, Nahida is still good and benefit from new character. It will be good, and also like other characters, but might be a little less. Like one is 19. Like, yeah, like Shonori, about that. Let's say like that. If you, let's say like that, it's kind of like again, like, let's say like that. If you like Nahida, go for Nahida. It's the same thing like Yelan. As you know, Yelan is actually pretty good. What's the problem with Yelan? Yelan gives you damage buff, right? In that case, that's why I don't use Yelan but use Shinchu, you know? The problem is, since she gives you damage buff, like, you cannot benefit from, like, no lunar damage, lunar characters cannot benefit from that buff at all, you know? So yeah, for example, if you are going to play with Flints, it's better to use Shinchu than Yelan. Because Shinchu application is faster, Shinchu can use that sacrificial, Shinchu is melee character like Flints. It's way more comfortable to play, you know? He has that resistance to interruption also. Like, so yeah, like Shinchu actually, like, now, like within Notcry, Shinchu will be like more relevant than Yelan. What I want to say, maybe with Nahida is going to be the same, just keep that in mind, because we will get like Nefer at Lauma. The problem with Hydro characters within Notcry, we are going to get only Aino as a Hydro character, you know, and Colombina, but Colombina will release in 6.3. So yeah, not a great Hydro character within like 3 versions, something like that. I still okay with Nahida. She is actually pretty great, but it depends on the team. On the team side, like, if you have appropriate teams, then yes, go for Nahida. If you don't have, I would say it's better to skip and go for Lauma, you know, because we will get Aina for free, but Lauma can be played on a single Notcry character anyway. So yeah, in that case, she can buff Bloom damage, you know, for team. Will Nilo rerun too, since Lauma is good with... So, about that Pikmin, I don't know, to be honest, would be nice, because, but you know what, I would suggest you to, like, if you ask me, Pikmin, if you like Lauma, if you like Nilo, then you should go for Kokomi as well. That's a problem. Since I don't have Nilo, I tend to just think to skip Lauma. You know why? Because, like, to get the best team for Lauma, you need, like, another 3 5-star, like another 2 5-star characters. You need Nahida, which is actually great. You need Lauma, you need Nilo and Kokomi. And Kokomi, because like she is actually like extremely great. Even though she has negative crit rate, she's still extremely great healer. She's a catalyst. And yes, like she's just like best for that, like Nilo, you know. But again, I don't know. If you ask me, like, go for the characters or not, I would say it might be a waste. You know why? Because you need to, let's say like that. Like, some characters are pretty valuable for some accounts. I mean, like, if you have some specific characters, then yes. For me, for example, that's why I want to skip Flints, because I don't need them so much. Even though I have Inefa, and Inefa is good with Flints, she is the best support for Flints, you know? I would say, like, yeah, I still get that damage. I don't want to do that diary mode. You know, like, in that case, like, it's like Flints is going to be not a waste, but not so useful for me. When it comes to Lauma, it's even worse, because, like, you know why? I don't have Nilo and I don't have Kokomi. Yes, you can use Barbara, that is true, but you know, Barbara is not not on that level. She's completely different, you know. Like, yeah. We'll get Chronicle banner. Yeah, about that, Mirak, yeah, that is true. Mirak is right, because we're going to get, if I'm not mistaken, Sumeru. If I'm not mistaken, Sumeru go like Sumeru like Chronicle Wish on 6.0, but we'll get some info within a week on a special program. So yeah. Oh, 6.1, yeah. I don't have Nilo, so Lauma is a big no for me. That, like, yeah, for me as well. I mean, Nilo, no Kokomi, no, because of that, like, even though, you know, like, that Lunar Bloom is going to be pretty broken, but again, as I mentioned, like, it's limited damage. I mean, you know what I mean by limited damage. Since it's transformative and buffed only by Lunar, if the character doesn't have that Lunar buff, damage buff, so you cannot use it. It's a problem. And also, like, you know, I still struggling to get Constellation 6 for Chevruz and for Iansan. Just imagine, like, when I get Constellation for Aino Constellation 6, like, Aino only has 2 constellations. Constellation 1, which increase, like, yes, and another one which gives her more particle. It's second if or fourth. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. But again, first constellation gives you active character ADEM for 15 seconds or 20, something like that. Sixth constellation gives you up to 35% lunar damage, which is actually crazy buff. You know, it's extreme. It's kind of like Inefa's weapon, you can say. You know, Inefa's weapon gives you 40. But Aino gives you 35. It's like actually pretty good. And by the way, it's not only lunar, it's all lunar damage. It's lunar charge, it's lunar bloom. So yeah, it's for all lunar. I already have Nilo and I don't have any use with her, but like would like to make her useful again. Is Lauma okay? Yes, like actually yes, Pikmin. If you ask me about Lauma, you can go for Lauma, but still you need some healer, you know? You can use Barbara. Still, she is not bad, but again, it's not the best option. Kokomi is the best option, you know? But yeah, I know it's a little bit difficult to say something, you know? Why? If you like Nilo, Lauma is actually like artwork wise, she looks amazing, not gonna lie. That there, like she cast is actually crazy, like Chacona does, by the way, in Wuthering Waves, if you notice that. So yeah, in general she's not bad, but again, I don't know, it depends. Like, it's, if you like her, go for her, don't even listen to me, because like, yeah, you know, like, it's about characters. You still can use Lauma even though you don't have Nilo, even though you don't have Kokomi, so yeah, just keep that in mind. You still can use Lauma. By the way, Flintis also will be useful if you don't have Inefa, it's still okay. Yes, it's going to be like less damage, that is true, but again, he is going to be playable. We will get that Aino, and you can use Aino with Flints to give him some additional lunar damage. Having Nilo but don't have Kokomi is a waste. Yeah, we can't use... That's true. Actually, yes, I agree with you. That's why, by the way, I skipped Nilo back then, because I by the way, you know why? When they released Kokomi, we haven't had Dendro reaction whatsoever. So yeah, like, Nilo was completely, like, you know, like, so bad. Just imagine, negative crit rate. Yes, she was a good healer, but she wasn't so useful. She wasn't useful at all, actually, you know, completely. But when we got Dendro, Kokomi's value increased by a lot, especially when we got Nilo. That is crazy, actually, how, because like now no one's like even remember about that negative crit rate whatsoever, because yeah, Kokomi is mostly a healer. If you have DPS, if you don't have DPS, then yes, you give Kokomi some elemental mastery, you know, something like that to do some damage. Do you think that new meta will be lunar reaction or old meta will be good as new? Like, about that, lunar will be better. In general, Mirak, if you ask me, lunar will be slightly better than old reaction, but the problem is, like, actually not a problem. The point is, you still can use with old characters. You know why? If you remember, like, within Notcry, you need not at least at max, like 3 Natlan characters to enable that Night Soul Blessing, which is like 9 seconds. When it comes to Lunar, you need only 2 characters. It's like Nascent, which is first like stage of resonance, and Ascendant, which is second stage of resonance. That's it. So you still can use all characters with Lunar, but Lunar in terms of damage, like if you have good team, will be slightly better than Natlan characters. But it's obvious, you know why? It's because they will just add some specific mechanic to the bosses, which says just like, you know, like if you do lunar charge damage, you will get like 15% more damage than electro. If you do like something like, or if you have like not cry characters, you will get more buff, something like that. It's always the rule, you know, like we have in like, yes, yeah, like you see that like blessing of like, yeah, reaction including lunar, so hydro related including lunar. Yes, it means you can use all characters, but it's for now, you know. But for example, in 6.0, they can just completely like ignore this hydro related, add only lunar charge, and yes, you need some lunar, you know. So it's work like, it's always like that. Then I think I will get Columbina and her signature and some cons if I can. About constellations, I would say, you know, you don't need constellation for the characters if you ask me. Yes, would be better to have some. I most likely will go, like, yeah, about Columbina, I definitely will go for Columbina. No way I will skip her. About signature, I will think, you know why? As I mentioned, like I want to go for her signature anyway, but we'll see. Like I just like, I don't know exactly right now, because we actually have pretty good signatures. If she is going to be signed kind of like EM, not cry craftable weapons actually is not bad weapons for lunar characters. Also we have sacrificial, which is actually pretty good, you know. If her skill is going to be broken as hell, this one is actually might be pretty good, like for Columbina. Also, if she is going to be supportive character, you easily can use TDDS. Magic Guide exists, you know, not a great one, but against damage against opponents affected by Hydro and Electro, which is actually Electro Charge or Lunar Charge, you know. It's 24% more damage. You can say that it's actually like DPS weapon for Columbina, but again, it's a 3-star weapon, by the way. You can use like Widziv, because Widziv actually like can give you attack, which lunar benefits. Lunar damage benefits from attack. It benefits from elemental mastery, and it benefits from it doesn't benefit from damage. So yeah, like 2 of the options, it's actually good for lunar, you know. But again, like it's completely like, we'll see. It's a little bit like it's so early to say something, you know. We still have pretty good weapons, but again, like definitely her signature is going to be best one. No way like it's going to be bad. If her signature provides good amount of support, I believe, yeah, most likely yes. If you ask me, I assume that if she's going to be a supportive character, then that weapon will provide some lunar damage, the same as Aino does at Constellation 6. For example, she gives you additional 35% more lunar damage. The weapon will give you like a little bit more, maybe, you know. But the problem is, if it's going to be stackable or not, it's also like a huge, you know why? Just imagine you have Aino on a team, Constellation 6, which is 35, right? Another weapon, for example, you play with Inefa, and her weapon gives you additional 40, and another Columbina, which gives you another 40. Like, the damage is going to be high as hell, way better than Natlan character can do, you know? Just imagine how much buffs you can get. And also, it's not like the old characters buff. At the moment we have buffs for like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, which is actually like, you know, like it's so convenient to play when you have enough buff, you know, I mean like in timing, you know. For example, like at the moment it's so comfortable to play with an Efa, you know why? Because that Birgitta, her skill, lasts for 20 seconds, and it's actually, yeah, you can do literally anything you want within 20 seconds. It's actually a huge buff. It's not like Vivi said, which gives you buff for 8 seconds, something like that, or 10 seconds, you know, it's, yeah, it's low actually. But about like Columbina and her weapon, I assume that yes, weapon is going to be like, that weapon can buff, like will buff lunar damage.
Experiment.
Looks like, oh, unpredictable with characters. I would be surprised if I saw you pull for flints. I wouldn't be surprised flints. About flints again, like I don't know about flints. You know, like I'm not sure about flints alone. Let me say you something. At the moment, flints is more flints can fit my teams, you know. The problem is it's again lunar charge, which I already have. Even though Lauma is not fits my team so much, it's kind of new reaction, you know. I still like kind of wait for Nefer, because you know why? Nefer is going to be released most likely in 6.1. If it's so, we will see some leaks within 6.0. So because of that, you can decide go for Lauma or not. Because if Nefer is going to be on field DPS, I would say it's better to go for Nefer than for Lauma, in my opinion. Again, it will work kind of the same like Lunar. It's going to be the same Lunar Bloom, you know. So we'll see. Yeah, like I don't know if you remember, like I was talking about Inefa back then. I suggested you to like skip Inefa and go for Inefa on rerun, which is actually true. You know why? Because just imagine you get a lunar character in without lunar resonance. So yeah, she is completely not. I thought she is not going to be so useful, but yes, because of that, you know, that buffs and that specific mechanics which Hoyo gives to bosses, she is useful. But we'll see. Again, I don't know exactly. That is true. Because you already pulled for Inefa, which her best support. That is true. Like Inefa is kind of his Constellation 1 or weapon. Something like that. Just go along, like if it's fun, just roll it. That is true. Like Shinora, I agree with Shinora. Like if it's good, but I personally didn't like, to be honest, not gonna lie, but I didn't like Flint's gameplay. You can do like that enhanced special burst only once every 6 seconds. So within 10 seconds, which is his burst last, it's only 2 times. And then you need to wait. Like it's a cooldown 16 seconds. It's actually not so high, you know. That's a problem. Yes, if you have an Efa, you still can get some lunar damage. But if you don't have an Efa, it's actually a problem. You can still use iansan, but iansan is not fits Flint so well. You know why? The problem is like her Constellation 6 is not going to be so useful completely. As you know, like he cannot benefit from damage. So this one, which is damage dealt by your current active character 25, it's not going to work whatsoever. You can only get that duration, which is like, yeah, her buff lasts for 3 seconds more. That's it. This one is going to be completely useless. Other than that, he is not moving so fast. He is not Notcry character. Yes, with Constellation 4, you can, yes, extend that buff a little bit, you know, even though the characters are not moving so much. But again, Iansan is not a great option. Like, it's if you don't have any other characters, then yes, but if you don't have, just keep that in mind. That's why Inefa is good, because she provides a shield. And by the way, you know what? Actually, that shield is pretty good. Not gonna lie. Her shield is actually extremely great. I heard, like, Nefer work good with... About Nefer Lauma, I don't know. You know why? I don't think so, if you ask me. Because to activate, you know why? Let's say like that. If you have Lauma, like if you have only Lauma on your team, you can buff Bloom damage. Nefer is going to be lunar, not cry character, right? If you add Nefer, which is going to be on field DPS, then you can buff only Lauma's personal damage. Let's say, like, let me explain that again. If you have 2 Notcry characters on a team with Lauma, Lauma can buff her personal damage. If you have only 1 Notcry character and it's Lauma, Lauma can buff Bloom damage, you know? That's a problem. If you had Nefer, then you can buff only Lauma's personal damage, but Nefer is on field DPS. Maybe, like, most likely, or maybe, let's say like that. It's still like some assumption, it's not true, but still. And that's a problem, you know, so you cannot buff Nefer anyway. So it means you cannot use Lauma and Nefer on the same team, you know. So yeah, we'll see. I feel like you will pull fleens, but who knows, like I might be wrong. Yeah, like I'm not, like, let's say like that. If you ask me at the moment, I don't know exactly. Maybe yes, maybe no, because I didn't like his gameplay. Or let's say like that. In terms of gameplays, Varesa is better, if you ask me. You know why? Even though I don't have Constellation 6 Iansan and Constellation 6 Chevreuse, like she deals pretty good damage. Just imagine if I get both of them. You know, because you know what's the problem is? I recently saw the, like, if you know, like, I cannot clear that Stygian Onslaught Diary mode with my team, which is like Mavuika, Ororon Constellation 6, Constellation 2 Chevreuse, and Constellation 2 Iansan. But I saw the run with Constellation 6 Iansan and Chevreuse. That is crazy damage. Way, way more better than I can do. Just like way, way better, you know? Extremely higher damage, because Iansan gives you like that damage with Constellation 6. It's actually like pretty good for Mavuika. Like what I want to say that Iansan Constellation 6 is completely has a great synergy with Varesa, and Chevreuse Constellation 6. If you play in Overloaded team, it's has a good synergy with Varesa, Chevreuse Constellation 6. So yeah, because like it's additional 60% more electro or pyro damage if you have only pyro and electro on your team. It's healed by short, like yeah, rapid. Like by the way, it like after party member is healed by short range rapid, like, and by the way, it's her skill. They gain 20% like pyro damage and electro damage bonus for 8 seconds, max 3 stacks each. And actually it's a huge buff. It's a huge buff. It's actually so great, not gonna lie.
Reviewing outstanding items on today's to-do list.
But yes, about the
have
flints
any
we'll see.
additional commands?
To be honest, I don't know.
No problem.
I
can
still didn't like his gameplay, because like you can do that enhanced special burst every 6 seconds, which is actually not so fast if you compare with like, you know what? Let's go with Varesa. Yeah. Just a second. She's not. And Iansan.
All right, team, let's...
I feel like Flynn's team will be better than your Varesa team. I don't think so. If you have like this team with Constellation 6 Chevreuse and Iansan, and even if you get Flynn's with Inefa without signature, then like Varesa is actually not bad at all, you know?
I'm going in! Justice will work. Control breathing. Start the clock! It's justice o'clock! Headbutt! Hero incoming! Yeah!
She's extremely powerful. She's extremely powerful. And you know what? Why is that? She doesn't need so much energy. Like in Iansan actually is more than enough, you know? She doesn't need energy at all. You can actually go like, you know, like actually 110 is low. You need to go about 125, something like that. She still needs some energy, but even with 110, you're actually good. You know why? When you use like special burst, you consume some energy. You know that? By the way, with Flints it's the same. It's 30% if I'm not mistaken. Just a second, let me check that. It's some 30% if I'm not... Oh my god, it's so... It's 30. I mean, like, yeah, I don't remember where to find that, but again, it's 30, definitely. It's 30%. By the way, flints do the same. I feel like, does the domain give some buff? Oh yeah, maybe, like, it gives some buff, but anyway, like, you know, her damage, just imagine it's like, it's without Constellation 6, Chivalrus and Iansan, it's kind of like the same, something like that. But yeah, domain gives you some damage. Goblet. Oh, alright, I'll keep that. Maybe I will build it today. Oh, by the way, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Yesterday I got like crazy artifact. Is this how you need to, like, it's a way, let me say something, like, Hoyo showed me the way how to dodge crit rate. Just a second, let me show you. That's crazy, actually. This one. So yeah, I got like, it was like kind of defense, crit damage, attack, and crit rate. And yes, 2 rolls went into the defense and 2 rolls went to the attack. 3 rolls went to the defense and 2 rolls in the... It's crazy, actually. I was crying, to be honest. Just imagine, get the artifact. By the way, I got this one a long time ago. I don't remember when. Unfortunately, it's not useful anyway. You know why? Because, like, if you want Noblesse or Cinder City, something like that, it's better to have like with energy recharge, because without energy recharge it's not so useful. You need, like, it's bad. This one is okay, 16. You see, like, this one 17. Like, this one is bad. By the way, I got this recently as well. You can use it offset, but it's kind of useless, unfortunately. Yeah, you see, like, this one was not so bad, but yeah, again, you cannot use it with any, like, because Noblesse, you know why? Because Noblesse is kind of using an elemental burst. It means you need some energy. Yes, when it comes to mavuika or skirk, but you're not going to use this on mavuika, even though you can. It's better to use like Cinder City or etc. But again, you got the point, I think. Like, yeah, but yeah, without energy recharge, Noblesse is not so useful. But yeah, that defense stuff is actually killed me. Damn, bro. And by the way, I got them back to back like that. Double crit. Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah, you're laughing. Yesterday? No, I didn't. Like, I was, I didn't stream yesterday. I just, like, did it off camera. Like, yeah, like yesterday or day before. Like, I don't remember exactly. So yeah, a couple days ago, something like that, when I didn't stream. So yeah. I do some, like, artifacts now. You know why? I was doing Stygian Onslaught and I was about to increase some damage or something, but yeah, I failed. So yeah, bro, like, yeah, that's actually, I know, Shonora, that's crazy, actually. Also, let me show you what I got. Like, actually, yes, you know why? Before that artifact, actually, I got this one, which was crazy as hell. This one, it was kind of like for, like, by the way, yeah, I haven't done the video yet, but yeah, it was with the 3 substats, and I got crit damage. All of the upgrades went into the crit rate. That's crazy. And actually, this one is slightly upgrade for my skirk. I used to use, like, different one. So yeah, let me check. Not this one. Just a second. Yeah, I used to use, like, this one. You see, like, it's still, like, pretty good crit rate, crit damage, but no attack. Like, it's kind of like flat attack. This one gives me, like, slightly more crit rate and a little bit more attack, which is actually useful for skirk. So yeah, like, it's like always like that. You cannot get, like, all artifacts, but yeah, the point is I can, like, use this one and, like, this one as a fodder artifact. So yeah, but yeah, that defense killed me, actually, not gonna lie. Albedo piece? Actually no. You know why? You know what's the problem with albedo? Yeah, you can actually use albedo. Let me show you my albedo. My albedo is actually, yeah, I steal some something from him. Oh yeah, maybe. Anyway, so yeah, let me show you, like, yeah, he has like this one, which with defense. Yeah, maybe that one actually not bad. But the problem is he doesn't benefit from attack. He needs only defense. That's actually not albedo piece mostly, but it's Chiori's piece, you know? Chiori actually, it's a great piece for Chiori. But unfortunately, it's going to be like offset, you know? Because Chiori can benefit from attack, and Chiori can benefit from defense, both of them. I heard they will add some like features. About that, yes, they will add something so you can... It's not... Actually, it's not true. You know why? Most likely it's kind of like a... you know, private servers, etc., something like that, when you can see the last substat. Let's say you got something like that, right? With 3 substat, and you can in advance see which substat is going to be. It's actually, I don't think Hoyo will do that. It's not possible. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's kind of like maybe private server or something like that, you know? They somehow, because you know why? Most likely each artifact already has the force, the last substat, you know? So like, yeah, that's why they somehow like was able to activate that feature. That's it. But I don't think like Hoyo will add that. It's impossible. It's impossible because like artifacts leveling up and artifacts farming, it's kind of like one of the, I would say, feature of Genshin, you know? Yeah, that's skirk piece. That's true, like Mirak. I'm still trying to maximize my skirk. Everything is so good, like having 3 pieces for 2, but like the clock is so bad. Clock, you mean like, yeah, you know, like skirk is actually like, you know, like how, if you ask me how you need to build skirk, you need to give her as much attack as possible. You can actually sacrifice some crit rate and crit damage, but he give her more attack. Let's say like that. Oh, let me do some like comparison. For example, I have flower like this one, which is actually looks not bad, but I have like this one and this, like, just a second. Oh yeah, it wasn't flower, my bad. It was like plume. So I have this plume, which is actually not so great, right? But I also have this one, which looks like slightly better, like more crit damage, more crit rate, but no attack, right? But this one gives you more damage. This plume, which is actually on skirk at the moment, gives you more damage than this one. Even though it has more crit damage, slightly more crit rate, and my crit value is actually a little bit lower, 73, you see? But don't forget about 15% crit rate you get from cryo resonance. Other than that, I recently switched my this one. So yeah, I switched to, like, you know why? This one gives me more damage than this one. Like, looks like this one is crazy, right? It has like more, like the same crit damage, like way higher crit rate, and slightly like less attack. But this one gives me flat attack, and this one gives me like this 8.7 attack. Even though my crit rate like went down by 5%, I still get more damage with this piece than with previous one. Just keep that in mind. If you give her more attack, you can go actually like about 70-75 crit rate is okay for skirk. If you can get higher, it's way better, but yeah, just keep that in mind, Shinobi, because she benefits from attack a lot. 7 months. Oh, about 7 months for this, for Arlecchino. But yeah, maybe like about that. Like I heard about like up to like 2 or 3 months you need like to. But yeah, it depends. I'm kind of giving up like at this point. I just farm Mora and book like for new. That's okay. Yeah, because you know why? Sooner or later they will add those artifacts into Strongbox, so you can do something. You know, anyway, you can get some pretty good pieces from Strongbox. I can give an up, so you're farming Mora. My skirk, like with her best team right now, is having 110 crit rate. I mean, it's a lot. You know why? No need to over cap crit rate because it's completely useless. You know that most likely. I wouldn't suggest you to do that because don't forget about 15%. You know, it's better to invest into attack or crit damage rather than giving her additional like crit rate. No, like I heard, like they will make condensed resin made 60 resin instead of 4. Oh yeah, about that, yes, I heard about that as well. Like yeah, 6, but they will, if I'm not mistaken, they will keep 40 but give you additional option of 60 if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see. You know what, actually they do so many changes but they completely don't want to fix that trash stuff, you know that, yes, that artifacts stuff. It's, yeah, I would rather get like something like that than any other options, you know, because like at the moment this one is completely, no one use this option at all. Like, by the way, like Wuthering Waves way more easier but way more practical and useful approach when it comes to artifacts, like preload set, you know, echo set. Because yes, we have only 20 slots for that, but it's still like for casual players it's more than enough. Let's say like that, if they add something to Genshin would be actually extremely great. Like using 2 cryo give more crit rate and I use Hunter set. Oh, you use Mercy Hunter. About Mercy Hunter, you know what, Shanora, if you ask me, I used to use Mercy Hunter on skirk, but I actually like changed that. You know why? Because this set gives you more damage. You still can use Mercy Hunter because you use Furina, that is true, but this one gives you more damage if you have good pieces, of course. So I tried to get a clock with about like 30 plus crit damage to low the crit rate. Oh, I got it. Yeah, if you're like, I like, that's, yeah, it's a little bit difficult to get since it's like the most, if you ask me, getting attack sand is the most like, yeah, I can't, like, I still don't have good one. Because when it comes to like crit rate, crit damage, my best one is like this one. It's not bad. Oh, it's HP. Damn, bro. Just a second. This one. And I got it recently because it's Golden Troop, you know? Just imagine, I played the game for 3 years and I only got... You see that? It's in Azuma. Yeah, right? It's Fontaine. This one is in Azuma. This one is Fontaine as well. This one is Fontaine. This one is Natlan. You see that? The most like my best one was like this one so far. Yes, it's not bad, but still, just imagine. And they will make saved them team slots for Abyss. Oh yeah, about that, oh yeah, that is true. Like, actually it's a great option. Just a second, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. And they will make saves of team. Yeah, that is true. And by the way, if I'm not mistaken, you can save up to like yeah, you will get like more, like kind of like, it's like team spaces or something to save that would be nice. Not gonna lie, it's a good option. By the way, if they do the same thing with
Hurry up, Varesa!
Stygian Onslaught would be nice as well, you know, to save the teams. Even though we can actually like watch the team you used in Stygian Onslaught, you know that. Okay, let's do one more domain run. We'll see what we get. So yeah, about future characters, guys, it completely depends on your your account, but it also depends on the character. If you like the character, if you like the mechanic, gameplay, etc., something like that, why not? It's going to be like, yeah, just go for a character. By the way, don't forget about craftable not-cry weapons. Oh, they actually will be surprisingly good with all not-cry, like weapons will be good with all not-cry characters. So yeah, because like sometimes, as you know, we got like something bad, you know, when it comes to weapons, not so useful, but with not-cry it's going to be good. Okay, let's go like different team. And by the way, it's the same like Sucrose and Kazuha at the moment, you know. It's the same situation as Shinchu and Yelan and Sucrose and Kazuha, you know. Kazuha, because Kazuha gives you damage, right? Which is actually not so good for Lunar whatsoever. Yes, you can buff other characters, but you know what's the problem is? If you go for Fischl, that Electro Charge, which she does, automatically converts into Lunar Charge. And Lunar Charge cannot benefit from damage. So yeah, like it's kind of like, yeah, they just like made that Lunar. So I mean, like it's okay because you know what? If you remember, like I mentioned, and I told you about my opinion, I thought that, and I still think that Lunar is extremely greedy because they force you to go for characters. They just like, you know, like so bad force you. But again, it is what it is. You can do nothing about that. The only reason stopping me for getting him is that he's just another Varesa. Oh, let's say like that. He's not completely Varesa. Varesa in terms of mechanic is better, if you ask me. You know why with Varesa? You know why I went for Varesa back then and went for Navia? I told you about that, but yeah, let me, It's only because she gets double charge. Huh? By the way, back then I was about to skip Navia. But when I went, why I went for Navia? Because she gets that double charge. It's extremely useful, you know? Every 4 seconds you get that. It's great. And by the way, I went for Varesa only because of that reason. Because double charge, it's like you have like two, let's say you can use back-to-back 2 attack. It's actually crazy. When it comes, hey Zoro, how are you doing? When it comes to Flints again, he has some weird mechanic. You can do that enhanced attack only every 6 seconds. So within like that burst, you can do only 2 attacks, you know, which is actually low if you ask me. Even though damage is good, it's kind of, let's say like that. At Constellation 0 with craftable weapon, if I'm not mistaken, if you don't have Inefa, he cannot surpass Varesa in damage. That's it. Or maybe he will be equal, but not more than that, definitely. Vortex, I'm regretting getting an Inefa. I'm regretting skipping. Oh yeah, like Zoro, if you ask me, you know why I went to Inefa? Like yeah, I remember I told you guys that you can go, but Inefa is actually so good when it comes to, like at the moment, you can use literally any team. Like since Electro is actually can be useful in so many attacks, you can completely change any Electro with Inefa. She gives great shield. She has pretty good application. She has a buff which is EM. It's extremely rare type, by the way. The only problem I have with my Inefa and the only problem she has, it's energy recharge. You need about 150. That's a problem. But she can use so many weapons. Like Sappho Homo is actually pretty good. You can use Desmatch. You can use like actually like this weapon as well. It's not bad, by the way, because it gives you crit rate. Yeah, normal attack, speed, you know, you can, but again, you can use this weapon. You can use like, actually like, no, this one is not so good. This one is massive wind spear, actually good because she benefits from attack. But again, yeah, like I understand you, Zoro. Not gonna. I have very less pulls and I can't risk my. You know why? Like Zoro, if you ask me, I'm talking about the mini burst mechanic. Yeah, like it's like mini burst. Yeah, you mean like special attack, special bursts? Yeah, that is true. Like Mirak, like he has the same. But the point is, Varesa can use that special burst alongside her skill plunging, you know, like let's say like that mini burst or like special burst you use, it's not the main source of her damage. It's kind of like additional to her damage. But when it comes to Flints, for Flints that special is the main source of his damage. So let's say like that, he is close but not the same, you know, you can say they are close but they are not the same. That's why I didn't like Flint so much, because like every 6 seconds you can do the damage. It's bad. I have very less. Yeah, Zoro, when it comes to pulls, I feel you, to be honest. You know why? Let's say like that, I would maybe suggest you to wait for maybe like I don't think like Lauma is good for your account to be honest. When it comes to Flint, just check if you like his gameplay. Why not? He's going to be on field, by the way, you know. So yeah, but like yeah, when it comes to Enefo, like yeah, I just like I'm pretty glad like that I won that 50-50, not gonna lie, because like at the moment she's like kinda like on my exploration team, and I did like couple like funny videos about that Brigitte, by the way. So yeah, she's actually destroying everything. Hey Lucas, how are you doing? Right, let me finish this one first. This team is actually not great for
Installation.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Let me read you a verse. By Royal Decree Animal Test 6308. Enhanced Animal Module 75. Absorption Test. Wings of Darkness. Come.
Preparing for dust up.
Stand clear.
Okay, I want to check. You see, like I had like enhanced elemental mastery. Now I have 1027. Why? Because Enefa gives me like 144 elemental mastery out of that attack. Maybe more, by the way. You know why? Because I get some buff from the. I will check that. So at 1027, right? Let the buff went off, and I can say you how much I have. 1027. Because like you know why? The more you see, like it's about like yeah 144, maybe a little bit more, something like that. But yeah, she's actually not bad when it comes to like yeah. And also she's a good battery, by the way. You know what that means? You can use TOM on her. You can use like if you want like to do like, by the way, you can use Gilded Dreams, like you can use Tupis, you can use Tenacity, you can use Golden Troop, not Golden Troop, my bad. You can use Cinder City. Even though Cinder City is not a great option for Enefa, if you use Enefa as a fielder supportive character, for example, for maybe like overloaded teams, actually like Cinder City is not a bad option if you don't have any other Cinder City character on the team, you know? So yeah, she's pretty flexible. I will pull for Enefa in her. For real, guys, you like Enefa so much now? I mean, like, yeah, she's not bad, not gonna lie. Actually, oh my god. Okay. Oh, like, yeah, she's fun to play. Oh, if you compare with Flints, like, yeah, they're completely different because, like, Flints is on fielder, she's off fielder, but you can use Enefa on field. You know why? Because Enefa can benefit from attack, and lunar damage can benefit from, let's say like that. If you go like the team like this, just a second. She cannot like, she doesn't have like, unfortunately, snapshotting, that is true. So if you off-field her, that Brigitte is not going to do more damage. But again, you can do something like...
Let's get started.
But for now, I have to focus on... Yeah, I know that, Lucas. Yeah, you want to go for Lauma, because Lauma actually looks pretty good, not gonna lie. But again, it's completely up to you. Like, going for her or not, she is going to be powerful as well. Good, like... Okay, working, but like... At least I can watch the stream. Thank you very much for joining, by the way. Yeah, while not moving from one work to another. Yeah. Not at the moment, like... Damn. So yeah, like about that, yeah. Like, I wish you best of luck, guys, with the characters you want, because you know why? Going for characters you like is like the best way to have kind of like, you know, have fun with the game. So yeah, let me show you something. At the moment, like my Inefa has 26-101, and like with that attack, she gives 144 EM. Like, and by the way, she has 141 EM. Yeah, I can't do that. Oh my god, just a second.
Let's light it up! Everybody, faster, stronger! Let's... Rain outlines your fate. Witness...
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Can I use burst, please? Oh my god, thanks.
Going in!
Annihilation mode.
Yes, you see that? 407 and attack. Unfortunately, like I messed up, and Inefa's most likely is like Iansan's attack like gone, but yes, you got the point. I get like about... Just a second. So the point is, you can use Inefa on field. In that case, you will get more lunar charge damage, you know. And by the way, if you have couple constellations and her signature weapon, she deals actually extremely great amount of damage. Just a second, let me check, like 407 minus 101. So yeah, 266. And by the way, it's most likely without Iansan's buff. So yeah. You see, like, it's actually pretty good buff. You almost got that boss before its transformation is then... Oh no, like Lucas, let me show you a different team. Actually, like this team is not so good. Let me show you a different team, which is actually destroys that boss immediately. Let me just a second, let me heal my Bennett. I try to keep my characters healed, you know why? You never know what you're going to do.
Time to act.
Like, yeah, you know what, like, what is the best team for? Like, yeah, you can use it's an F1 field, but when you go like this team, that team is actually like extremely great. And you know what? This team is actually an Efa, Chinchu, Fischl, and Sucrose. This team is actually extremely great. Let me show you. Well, I think like I will pull for Flints. Is he good? Maybe we will be good additional to my account. Probably not, but I will happy to, like, yeah, like let's say like that, Mirak. If you want to, let's say if you go like if you get the character which is actually like hyped character like Mavuika was, and Newlet was, actually they are still pretty good, because you can use Newlet with Inefa. I will show you just a second. So yeah, let me show you this team first.
Accelerating defensive mode.
Let me read you a verse. Know my soul. Rain. Odds reveal. Absorption test. Animal hypostasis emulation. Animal test 6308. Yeah.
So yeah, like you see, like Lucas, like this team is even better. She's destroyed, because you know why? You get like some resistant to interruption, like resistant to interruption, like resistant to interruption with Shinchu. You get a shield with her skill. You get Fischl, electrocharge converts into lunar charge, and you use Sucrose, which increases the EM. So yeah, like that's crazy actually, team. Okay, thank you very much, Lucas. Thank you very much for joining. So yeah, let me show you the team with New Bullet. New Bullet is actually pretty good as well. And you can go like the same team, you know?
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to
Yes, it
join
would be
you.
nice to like maybe switch official. In that case, using maybe not official but cookie would be better, you know? And you can go
What they do
actually.
this time?
Since the damage will be converted, let's go like this team. Okay, I got them like early, trying to get 4 stars. Like Lucas, Mirax. Sorry, like what can I say? Like I don't want like that flints. Or like you know, like just imagine you get the flints, and you will be disappointed in him. You know, that's bad actually. That's not okay. So yeah, let's do what? Let's first apply this one.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Our bond is strong. Absorption test.
The tides beckon. Settle down.
You still can use like, you know, like you see, like actually you can use it with Furina because like yeah, Vivi said doesn't give you so much. Yeah, again, like you can actually like Flints, then like Columbina, then Inefa in rerun, and maybe Flint's Constellation 1 or his signature rerun. I would say, if you ask me, if I'm not mistaken, Constellation 1 with a craftable weapon is better than Constellation 0 with his signature. So yeah, like that. Because like Constellation 1 value is higher than his signature. Just keep that in mind. Because we have craftable weapon, we can use other weapon, and craftable you can do R5, you know. Craftable weapon increase lunar damage if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And also like yeah, sooner or later you will get some like good 5-star weapon, you know. Hey Cloud, how are you doing? Hi. You're doing well again. Oh no, no problem, like it's okay, like it's completely alright. So yeah, thanks for joining, Cloud. I'm still online, maybe for 30 or 40 minutes, something like that. I'm sort of like, yeah, I just like, I don't do like streams so often like nowadays. It's about my, like it's about the job, etc, something like that. But yeah, it's kind of like some like changes in like real life because of that. But yeah, I will try to do like streams anyway. So yeah, the point is like actually Mirak, if you ask me, going for flints Inefa is actually going to be useful with Lauma as well, if you want to do hyperbloom, you know. But again, you can maybe just maybe if you use only one electro, which is going to be Inefa, maybe it would be nice to switch that sand into EM, you know, elemental mastery, to do more hyperbloom, because like yeah, aggravate is not going to be the case with lunar, as you know. So yeah, you still can get some aggravate damage. And couldn't catch up with like previous stream. I fell down like the stairs. Oh my god. Yeah, for real. Like I hope you're okay now, you know, like it's actually like yeah. Be safe, you know, like no need to be rush or something like that. Sometimes like yeah. Are you okay right now, Cloud? By the way, what are your thoughts about flints? He is skirk level with Inefa. I'm gonna go for Constellation 1R1. He is skirk.
Cleanup sequence in progress.
He is not skirk
Based on
level
data
if
from
you
past
ask me.
incidents,
You know
please
why?
avoid dropping small items such as Mora.
I hope you're
screws,
okay, like at
gears,
first place.
minerals, toys,
You know
gummies.
why he's not like level skirk? Because skirk is actually extremely flexible when it comes to rotation because of her low cooldown. Also, skirk can use that burst. Also, and by the way, her burst damage is kind of close to her normal attack damage when it comes like in general. You can use burst, you can use like her skill. Also, like she has pretty good supportive characters, you know. She has a Scoffier, she has like let's say She has Furina. She has Citlali. This team is actually crazy.
I'm never late.
I mean, like, in general, this team is just insanely powerful. You know, I don't think he will be, like, on that level. Like, yes, with Inefa and his signature maybe close, but not the same. You know why? Because Skirk is actually extremely great when it comes to damage, and she is extremely flexible. When it comes to Flints is like, yeah, as you know, like, you can do Flints enhanced damage every 6 seconds. Like, let's say like that. His Constellation 1 is better than his weapon. Just keep that in mind, because he that Constellation decrease that special burst usage from 6 to 4 seconds. So you can use like 3 special bursts instead of 2. Then dislocating bonds like hurt more than like broken bonds. Yeah, because like, you know why? Recovery time is so long. That is true. I was fine. I was not like struggling. And then I caught cold. Oh, and I'm almost dying here. For real. Yeah, I hope like you're okay. About me, Cloud, I don't know exactly. Like, you know, like Mirak says that maybe I will go for Flints, and it's not a bad idea maybe in general. You know why? Let's say like that. For my account at the moment, Flints fits more better than Lauma. You know, at the moment. But, you know, like, Flint is going to be like kinda not the same, but kinda like Varesa. At the moment, I assume that my Varesa with Constellation 6 Chevrus and Constellation 6 Iansan and Bennett can do better damage than Flints with signature weapon and Inefa, you know? So yeah, like, it's because, like, actually Varesa is extremely great when it comes to her best team, you know, that plunge. Yes, she maybe cannot fit against so many enemies, that is true, and she is kind of like old character. She's not Cry. She doesn't have that nascent and ascendant stuff. But again, nascent and ascendant, it's kind of like only like resonance, you know, it's kind of buff, you know, nothing more than that. Hey Splash, how are you doing? Cold hurts me more than dislocated. Oh, Miraculous great. Yeah, I like Splash. Thanks for joining. You should, you have enough and good weapons, so like it works like you. Yeah, that is true. But at the same time, you have, yeah, that is true. You know what's the point is? Like, yeah, going for Flints is going to be like actually like a waste for me because I have Varesa. Varesa is actually like on the same level as Flints are. Because you know why? Varesa with her like premium team actually does more damage than Flints even with signature. And also like Varesa is more flexible. I mean, you know why? Maybe with the future some like bosses limitation, I mean like bosses mechanic, etc, something like that. For a couple versions Flints might be better, but it's still like temporary. It's not for like for a long time. You know, especially the new bosses, not Cry bosses, which force you to go for lunar related damage, etc, something like that. But again, I don't think like that Flints is going to be so flexible. To be honest, like Skirk is extremely crazy. And by the way, you know what? When it comes to flexibility, I think that Skirk is way more flexible than Mavuika. You know why? She plays with like normal attacks. She doesn't have that crazy combo CDM1, which you need to learn to do something, which is actually like not so difficult, but you need to spend some time. She has pretty like easy combo to do. Also, she can use that burst, you know, now I can use that burst, and that burst is actually crazy. She also doesn't rely on energy. It's kind of like she has special energy, you know. And if you have like 3 characters, like 3 different, like only Hydra and Cryo, she also increases the level of the talent. Like, yeah, I don't think like Flints is going to be on the Skirk level, to be honest. But again, it's me. I don't have any electro DPS, so it's good for me. Oh, if so, like, yes, Cloud. If you don't have any like good electro DPS, it's good to have Flints, but just keep that in mind. He is going to be lunar damage. And yes, it would be nice to have at least someone, because like, you know what, without supportive characters and without his weapon and constellation, Varesa's damage is higher. But again, it still depends. You know why? If they add some specific mechanic to the bosses that like you need to do lunar charge to get more damage, then yes, definitely Flint's will be better. I will go for Constellation 0, might be for Constellation 1, depends. And yeah, keep that in mind, guys, about Constellation 1 and Signature. Constellation 1 is better. At the moment, for now, most likely they will not do any changes, because you know why? The birthdays already added to the calendar. And if you do that, it means like they will not do any changes to the characters at all. I mean, like no changes to Lauma and no changes to Flints. So yeah, they will remain the same as they are at the moment. I mean, like no nerfs, no buffs, etc. And yes, like his Constellation 1 is crazy, that is true. Because that Constellation gives him some energy, if I'm not mistaken, and decrease that 6 seconds to 4 seconds. So you can do like, you can use like 3 special bursts. Well, Skirk team is with 5-star only, but like Flints can work with a 4-star like Aino and Sucrose. About Aino and Sucrose, that is true, but you know what's the problem is? You still need Constellation, like, let's say like that. Actually, as you know, it's not correct. And I can explain you why. Even though, like, in general, what you're saying is actually true, when it comes to the game and wishing, it's not correct. You know why? Getting Constellation 6 for 4-star is harder than getting Constellation 0 for a 5-star. You know that, right? When it comes to Aino, only Aino Constellation 6 is actually pretty good for Skirk, for Flints and for Inefa, for like, yeah, for these characters. Because Constellation 1 gives you additional ADEM, which is actually was changed, and Constellation 6 only gives you 35% damage. Without that, using Aino is not so good. It's better to use like Shinchu, you know? If you have another Notcry, like Inefa, it's better to use like Shinchu. Just keep that in mind, you know? So yeah, he has faster application. And by the way, don't forget about Aino. Aino has ability when you have like second Notcry on a team. Her application is faster than Kokomi's application, if I'm not mistaken, slightly, but better, but a little bit faster. So yeah, it's still like questionable, it's not the same. So because of that, like sometimes having 4-star team with Constellation 6 is harder than a 5-star teams, you know? I have Deathmatch and stuff for Homa. Sacred like is one great weapon. I don't have any, so I'm going for R1. Better option for me. Let's say like that. Maybe yes, but you know, Cloud, what's the problem? Actually, let's say like that. If you want to go for, let's say in general, I would say yes. Having 2 separate things is better than Constellation 1 for 1 character. That is true. I agree with that. Because you know why? At least you can use that weapon on any other character. Yes, not completely useful, because as you know, some passives, for example, like, yes, when it comes to stuff for Homa is extremely flexible. You can use this weapon literally on any character. But when it comes to some specific weapons, for example, I don't know, like for example, like Arlecchino's weapon, you cannot use on any characters. You just cannot. The Grand Bond of Life, it's completely useless for any other character. Yes, you can use for some characters actually, if you use like some specific set, actually it's possible. But again, it's mostly for Arlecchino, you know? So yeah, like it will be the same with, by the way, with Flint's weapon, just keep that in mind. So yeah, but again, I agree with you that having 2 separate things might be, yes, useful for like, yeah, for some accounts. But keep that in mind that Constellation 1 is better than his weapon. Yeah. Scarlet Sand is heard like his best, like second option. Like actually, like, you know what, Cyno's signature weapon is actually best for so many characters. It's a crazy weapon. Unfortunately, we haven't had that weapon for a long time. If I'm not mistaken, they gave us that weapon within Inazuma, or will give us within Inazuma Chronicle Wish. So yeah. Well, for Aino, we will get one for free copy, and we will just like one more. That is true, Mirak, but you know what's the problem? Constellation 1 Aino only gives you 80 EM. It's not a huge buff, because only Constellation 6 will give you 35% lunar damage. So it's completely different, you know? Completely different. It's way more, it's kind of like, yeah, it's a good buff actually. 80 EM, it's like okay to have, of course, but again, for the record, like... Okay, bye-bye Zoro, thanks for joining. For the record, have like Varesa and her signature, I just like Flynn's design. Ah, for the record, like, you have, okay. I send you Flynn's calcs and like weapons calcs on Discord. Okay, thank you very much, I will check that, no problem. Oh my god, like that formulas, you know why? Like, you know, like sometimes it's actually like nuts. You know why I don't like the formulas? I can explain my point. Sometimes, like, let's say like that, on paper, it looks like that, when in reality, it might be completely different. You know why? It depends on your supportive character, most likely. It depends on like what you have. It depends on your ping, by the way, you know? Like, it also might depend on your ping. Yeah, again, he attacks every 6 seconds. It's not going to be so, like, crucial for him. But yeah, you know, like, many factors, like, depend on damage, because they actually, like, give us, like, the perfect situation, you know, like, the, yeah. Which is actually not always true. But I will check that. Thank you very much for that. What looks like? Did you make Discord so? It's, like... Oh, he meant... Damn, like, yeah. I haven't done it yet.
Even
I
the
know,
most
I told you that, guys.
ingredients
You know
can
why?
produce
I'm
astounding
afraid to
flavor.
do Discord
But
server, to be
unlocking
honest.
that
You know why?
potential
You need
takes
to
a
watch
keen
after
sense
that
of smell,
server.
a refined
And...
palate, and
Oh
an
my
open
god,
mind.
I need to do that, I know. I gave you like, I told you that I do it within like a week, and it's also like 2 months or something like that. Sorry about that, I just like, yeah. Hey Ali, how are you doing? Yeah, to be honest, I don't trust damage calcs until I get... That is true, like that's why, like yeah, Cloud, you know why? I do the same, you know why? Because when they do calcs, actually it's good to have something, at least like, you know, like base damage or like base numbers. Actually it's cool, you know why? You can do some like maybe preparation or some adjustment. But again, real damage is completely different. It's completely different. Llama or Yelan might be good, and I have learned from you, Vortex, that support are good rather than ADPS. You know, like, that is true, Ali. The point is, at the moment, actually, like, the line, or whatever you say, between DPSs and sub-DPS and, like, supportive characters are not so, like, let's say like that. Let's say Inefa. Inefa at Constellation 0 is a good sub-DPS, but she also can be DPS if you use on field with Bennett, with like iansan. By the way, I just recently like showed the example, you know. So like the point is like at the moment, like let's say like that, it's not like you know, like you know that Shinchu is a great, like, but she can be sub DPS. Let's say like Bennett or any other. For example, for natlan characters, we have pretty good supportive characters, you know, sub DPS characters or supportive characters. At the moment, if I'm not mistaken, as I know, within Notcry is not going to be the same, you know. Just go for the characters you like. But again, Inefa is good. Not gonna lie, she is actually good. Then you failed, Ali. If you really learned from Vortex, you would know that, like, oh, is there any other like Notcry characters you want to get? Oh yeah, Ali, by the way, Ali, about like Yelan and Shinchu actually like slightly better. You know why? He has more faster application. He is like pretty easy to use. You can get his Constellation 6. Yelan, why damage bonus, which is actually useless for Lunar. Just keep that in mind. Yelan provides like this one, which is damage, and you cannot buff lunar damage with this like damage, you know, like it's impossible. So yeah, like the characters like Furina is not so useful with lunar. The characters like Yelan, Cinder City is not so useful. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's why, for example, when it comes to options, like which one to use, like Yelan or Shinchu, I would say use Shinchu, because like it's way more easy to get constellation. He is pretty flexible, you know, and pretty easy to use. You don't lose the time on his special, you know. So yeah, like in any case, like I would say like Shinchu is slightly better than Yelan. Her weapon is so good also. Her weapon, you mean like which one? Oh, you mean Laoma? Yeah, Laoma is cool, not gonna lie. But again, it depends on your account, guys. You know why? Or it depends on your account and your preferences. If you like, oh, for example, like it's a skirk stuff, right? If you like Laoma, then just go for her. Like, no need to listen to me. So yeah, you can cheat with skirk, by the way, a little bit. You know why? You can hold her skill and get some energy. You can hold another skill and get more energy, right? Now you can wait. You don't need to wait, actually. You do something like that.
Show no mercy! Suffer the wrath of the... Into the void! Merciless.
Just a second. Yeah, I didn't use like Furina, Escoffier, etc., something like that, because with Escoffier, actually,
Fulfill our path!
you get like more damage.
Paradigm shift!
You see, that's it. You can actually one-shot with Skirk. She's extremely flexible. I like Skirk a lot. You know why? She's not difficult to use. Yes, she needs 5-star supportive characters, that is true. But again, in some cases, getting 5-star Constellation 0 is easier than getting Constellation 6. In many cases, you need Constellation 6 to somehow compete with 5-star characters. Like, let's say, like the great example is Aino, you know? Aino, you need that Constellation 6 to increase the damage by 35%. Yeah. Yeah, they just buffed her Constellation 1, but it's not enough. 80 Elemental Mastery is low. We'll try Yellow. So then I wouldn't suggest you to go. I wouldn't suggest you, Ali. If you ask me, I wouldn't suggest you to go for Yelan. Because you know why? Yelan is completely like, let's say like that. She is a bow character, that is true. She is not bad anyway, but I wouldn't suggest you to go for Yelan anyway. Like, yeah, it's completely up to you, but let's say like that. Oh, yeah, let me show you something. If you know, like, yeah, I was able to clear at least one diary mode, which is like that cactus with my team, one of my teams. And I used like Shinchu. And by the way, Shinchu is better than Yelan in that case. Even though I used Arlecchino, I still use Shinchu because he gives me resistance to interruption. Yeah, this team, can I view details? How can I check the team? So yeah, I used to use like this team, which is Arlecchino, Bennett, oh yeah, and yes, like Inefa and Shinchu, but not Yelan. Because with Yelan is actually like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, yeah, Shinchu is like way more easy to play, like way more, like, yeah, you don't, again, like, you don't lose the time on her burst, on his burst. You actually can use sacrificial, yes, you can use sacrificial bow on Yelan as well, but yeah, her skills might be like a little bit like, yeah, annoying, to be honest. And also, by the way, yeah, I forgot, like, why Shinchu is slightly actually better, because Shinchu actually has low, like, cooldown. It's 16 seconds. When it comes to Yelan, it's 18 seconds. So, like, in any case, Shinchu slightly flexible than Yelan. I mean, like, flexible, like, he is more, yeah, flexible for any team than Yelan. Just keep that in mind. I wouldn't suggest you to go for Yelan, actually, if you ask me. Even though, like, Yelan is my favorite character, you know that, I still, like, would suggest you to go for, like, yeah. It's like, yeah. Vortex, I just made a mistake. So I want to pull Flynn's weapon, and I just, like, use 30 pulls on weapon ban. What? Because it has Favonius, and I'm making PD, but the PD resets after region. What? No, 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 it's not right. Sorry, like I missed your chat. Just a second. Iraq, like, oh man, like, please, I'm so panicked. No, 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 no. Just a second. What? I don't think that. No, like, just a second. Like Cloud. What you did? No, like PT not resets. It's like only like Chronicle Wish PD is resets. If I'm not mistaken, all other PD it's like stay. Like you mean like on a weapon banner? Just a second. Let me read it like more careful. What I just made a mistake. So I want to pull for Flint's weapon. Flint's weapon in this banner. Which one? Favonius? I mean, you can. Weapon banner because it has Favonius weapons and making PD, but the PD resets after it. No, 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 it's not Cloudy. I pulled on weapon banner 30 pulls. I heard from someone that no, 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 it's not. Like you save. Like yeah, it's not. I mean like you mean like if we will be in 6.0, all of your PDs with resets? No, it's not like that. You will stay like the same. You can check your history. You will be okay. No, 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 no. It's not like that. No, 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 like just like you can build the PD. The problem is Favonius weapon, you can use Favonius weapon on Flints, but you know, we have like I would say better options, you know, than Favonius one. You know why? Even though Favonius give you some energy, that is true, it's better to use some supportive character for energy but not Flints, you know. It's better to give Flints some DPS weapons, like this one might be okay. This one actually, yes, it's PP weapon, but again, this one is not okay. This one might be good because it gives you crit rate. If I'm not mistaken, his ascension is crit damage. Let me check it real quick. No, you will be alright, like Cloudy. Let me check. Yeah, he has crit damage. So because of that, I'm sorry I missed some chats, guys. Without a Scorpier, nah, she is not fun to play. Yeah, like Skirk is bench for me since I didn't get the chance to pull a Scorpier or Shenhe. About that, no, actually it's not like that. Like you need either a Scorpier or Furina, that is true, for Skirk, but you still can use Skirk even without them. You know, like it's possible to use without them. I mean, it's not end of the day. Like, yeah, Escoffier is actually crazy because you know why? You use Furina, you need some healer. Also, Escoffier just rest shading Hydro, that is true. Or Cryo and Hydro, that is true. But again, you can go without them as well. My Vortex like account so good, like my account, not tiny portion of that. Oh yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, you know why, guys? I just like I play the game. Not gonna lie, I don't miss like login days, etc. Something like that. I try to improve the account. Like so, yeah. If you do the same, you will be like you will have the good account. I pulled on weapon. Yeah, you will be alright, Cloud. No, you will be alright, Cloud. So yeah, I was not pulling Favonius for Flints, just like Favonius in general is broken. Yeah. That is true. Actually, you know why? All of the Favonius weapons, actually, you see, like, I have 3 level 90 Favonius, and also, if I'm not mistaken, no, I have, like, so yeah. And by the way, it's R5, and I have 1 copy, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't have any. So yeah, you know why? Because this weapon is, and by the way, you know what? If I get another one, I will do another one level 90, because, like, when it comes to Favonius weapons, the most broken one, if you ask me, it's pole arms. It's not codex. Like yeah, since we have codex, it's not Favonius codex. You can only have 1 Favonius codex. It's okay. Swords are okay. Actually, Favonius swords. You like I have 2, but sacrificial in most cases I would say better anyway. You know, it still depends. You know, before Furina, for example, Favonius is a gold. But for Shinchu, like, yeah, it's sacrificial. For Kazuha, you can use sacrificial, you know. For some characters, like, sacrificial is crazy. But when it comes in, like, in general, Favonius lens, I mean, like, Favonius polearm is actually, yes, that is true. It's one of the broken weapons in the game. It's just crazy. And if you have, by the way, just try to keep some copies. No need to refine it immediately. You know why? Even refinement 1 is pretty good. Just keep that in mind. Yes, it doesn't decrease that for 6 seconds, etc., something like that, but it still can generate some particle. It's great for like battery. I don't have a single Favonius sword. What do I do? Oh my god, that's terrible. But yeah, like you, let's say like that. If you don't have that sword, you actually like, you know, you can use sacrificial instead. In some cases, they are kind of interchangeable. When it comes to energy recharge, if you see the base attack and energy recharge, it's kind of the same. But again, like sacrificial, it depends on character. If it's like, you know, so yeah, it depends. But Favonius is good. Favonius is actually really great. And build PD for Flint's weapon too, like Flint's without enough worth it. Yeah, you can use Flint's without enough anyway. You can use Aino. It's like possible, you know. It's possible to use Aino with Flint's anyway, because like yeah, but you need some energy. In that case, you need to use second Electro. That's a problem with Flint's. It's not a problem. It's like just he needs some energy, you know. So he needs some energy. I think it's more than 90. Llama might be a great pick because like Columbina is Hydra. So like yeah, like about Llama, yes. Let's say like that. Llama, let's say like that. Llama's damage is better than at Constellation 0 without signature weapon. Llama is better than Flint's. So yeah, just keep that in mind because Llama is way more flexible. She can be used with so many different characters, even though it looks like a Lunar Bloom reaction, which is mostly you are going to use like Hyper Bloom, but she is good. She's not bad at all. I use it for Escoffier, Rosaria, Shanling Law. You mean like Favonius? Yeah, Favonius crazy. Favonius, Escoffier is true, Rosaria true, Shanling, yes. You can use, by the way, you know what? You also can use, like back then, Sino, if I'm not mistaken, told me to use like Favonius on Raiden. Let's say like that. That's an... just a second. Sorry guys. So yeah, that's an option. The only problem, we have a catch. The catch is a way better option for Raiden, you know, if you have catch and you can get that catch, using Favonius is actually not a great idea. But in general, Favonius is a great weapon. You can use Favonius on literally any polearm you have, you know, you can use like on, I don't know, like yeah, from Yao Yao, she is crazy with that weapon. Shanling, yes, you can use it if you have enough. Again, like for Shanling, a catch is a better option, because you usually use Shanling with Bennett. If you don't, then you can use, let's say like that, if you use Shanling with Mualani, then yes, you can use catch. You can use Favonius, that is true. So yeah, like crazy weapon. Two stuff for Homo. Oh, about stuff for Homos, no, like you know why? Like let's say, like let me show you. About my stuff for Homos, I was unlucky when I went for Yelan's signature weapon. It was like, it was a good banner, 5-star banner, because it was like stuff for Homo and this one. Maybe I will increase that one, by the way. You know why? Because let's say, you see that I got this one as well. You know why? Like, oh, by the way, guys, I would suggest you not to refine any 5-star weapon you get, unless you just a whale, you know? Because like, yeah, refining 5-star weapon for a free-to-play, it's actually crime. That's why I keep it. But it's, by the way, it's level 1. Just keep that in mind. Maybe I will level up because like more and more characters get, and you need more and more weapons. Whose skill cooldown is long, so sacrificial is better? Cooldown is long. You know what's the problem, Cloud? The problem is we don't have sacrificial polar. You know? Yeah, that's a problem. We don't have sacrificial polar. We have Favonius, but don't have sacrificial. And that is true, actually, yes, which it depends on cooldown. It also depends on application, you know why? Let's say like that for Shinchu, sacrificial is, but even though, you know, like back then, like most any player said that Shinchu is better with Favonius, but it's not true. And actually, like now, mostly all of them like use sacrificial. When actually it's good to use Favonius, when you know then you can finish the boss only with one cycle, you know. It's good maybe for Spile Abyss, but when it comes to like Stygian Onslaught, especially like Fearless and Diary mods, yeah, sacrificial weapon is actually like now like has a good like you can use them. I got 3 Favonius weapons inside the pool, so it was like for real. That's crazy actually, Cloud. In like if you did like 30 pulls and got like 3 Favonius weapons, that's crazy, not gonna lie. You know why? Because back then I was struggling with Favonius polearms. That's why I have like, you know why, I only had one copy if I'm not mistaken for lens, and that's it. It was so bad. And by the way, I had couple, if I'm not mistaken, on my channel I have couple videos about pulling for Favonius especially, I mean polearm. Yeah, I want to change the team. Okay, let's do like this one. No, let's change the team. You would like account in the definition or discipline. I respect his, I guess. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Virak. By the way, it's not for me, it's not. What looks like 3 primordial jade spear? No way. I wanted to get like 1 since you're like, yeah, I have 3 lucky. You know, like yeah, like I have 3, but yeah, again, like if you notice that I only level up 1 of them. One of them I got from 2 of them from standard weapons. 1 of them I lost 50-50. I don't remember which one. So yeah, but yeah, I have 3. But yeah, you know, like Cloud, I play the game like since beginning. So yeah, it's because of that, like it's kind of like obvious, you know. Losing 50-50 since I go for the weapon banners, it's like normal, you know. I got double 4-star and each 10 pulls, so like 6 weapons for real. That's crazy actually. Congrats, Cloud. That's crazy. If you got like 3 Favonius weapons, that's insane. So yeah, let me go like this team. I like to use like, to be honest, like nowadays, like yeah, I like to use Inefa a lot. Because you know why? Because Inefa actually somehow buffed old characters.
Warm-up complete.
I mean, like Shinchu wasn't so relevant recently in Natlan. You know why? Because we got Furina, we got New Willet. New Willet is not so great with Shinchu. Like I used to use Shinchu a lot. Like, oh, not Newlet, my bad. So yeah, we got Mualani, like, but Shinchu in general wasn't so great. Yes, you still can use, but Yelan is better than for Mavuika, for example, you know. When we got Natlan, we got Furina. Furina is actually in some cases better if you have a healer. So yeah, Shinchu's value like went down, but now looks like he will be like pretty good option, you know. Yes, it depends on Aino constellation, that is true. If you can get like Aino's constellation, Aino might be better, because you know why? Aino's application is actually going to be not so far away from Shinchu's. Like, not the same, Shinchu application is still better, but Aino will be good, because Aino creates a circle within an active character, and that circle is going with you and apply some hydro, you know? It's not kinda like a melee, which Shinchu creates, swords, etc. But again, it's not bad. Most likely you saw that leaks, you know. In what phase you think Flints will... Oh yeah, Flints like first phase. Flints and Yelan first phase, and Laoma Nahida second phase. According to upcoming Spile Abyss, like Imaginarum City, it seems like Laoma almost sure to be in first phase, so it can be like Laoma first on like... No, Laoma is like... look, Flint's first phase, yes. Flint's with Yelan on first phase, and Laoma with Nahida on second one. But it's complete, like, yeah, it's already... And by the way, like, Aino is going to be within Flint's banner, just keep that in mind. and you can get Aino for free, 1 copy of Aino for free on the first phase as well. So yeah, let's say like that. If you want to wish for Aino at least 1 copy, because she's fun, not gonna lie, she's going to be extremely fun, by the way. She's polar, she's kind of like, you know, like Sayu or something like that. Again, like, yeah, I mean that she is lowly and at the same like Claymore, and super fun. So no need to do that. I mean, if you want to go for at least 1 copy for Aino, because you will get 1 for free. Okay, so yeah, let's do this one. Even though this domain is not for
Defensive mode engaged. Preparing
this
for
character,
shutdown.
Witness the power of Guwa. Know my sword. Shadow Raven. Swirl. Mark 2. Stand clear. Body and...
that's crazy team actually. That's insanely crazy. And by the way, you see like she creates like 3 different clouds. You know why? As like each character, when it attacked by Vegeta, create its own cloud. You know? Because of that, the cloud is so huge. Since you have enough, no, Prince is the first phase with what? It seems long. And yeah, by the way, guys, in general, if you don't want, if you don't know which character to go, by the way, you know what? This one is not bad if I can dodge elemental mastery. Oh my god, that's terrible. You know what? I need to do some like update for maybe my. Oh yeah, like 20 left. Let's check if like I want to like crown my Nefa, not gonna lie. Let's check if we have. Nice, let's do it. I don't know, sometimes my sucrose ult doesn't swell and it's annoying, lol. I mean, yeah, it's possible, like it stays the same like Anemo. It's possible, you know why? Because of that, you can do what? Use her normal attack or like skill to do swill to get that, then use burst and switch. At the moment I just use like, you know, it depends. You know why? Application, you need to check that application which is above the like that HP bar, you know, HP bar on the enemy, to see if you swill that. But it happens. It depends on ping, it depends on enemy, it depends on application, it depends on aura, so many things actually. This game still has a great amount of glitches, guys. Like problems, glitch which need to be like fixed, but yeah, you know why? Recently, like I watch couple, you know how pink is, like low pink is so crazy when it comes to Stygian Onslaught. I recently watched couple videos about Stygian Onslaught at 20 pink. It's completely different game experience when you have 20 pink and 70 pink. It's complete because you can switch the characters too fast, extremely fast. At the moment, you know, sometimes I just like press a couple times when you use something like some skill, etc., something like that, especially in Stygian. So yeah, it's super annoying. But again, it depends on so many things. I don't know, sometimes like, oh yeah, why my comments get deleted? Oh yeah, like it's like sometimes Mirak, yeah, like don't blame me when I don't read your comments. I try to read all of them. Yeah, sometimes I miss them, that's true, but sometimes just like YouTube just deletes the comments, that is true. What pull for my friends when he comes in his weapon? Can you? Yes, Cloud, no problem, I can do that. It's like, yeah, no problem, we can do that. When it's like, he will be like, by the way, you know what? I would suggest you first, like 100% decide if you want to go for him. After that, we can do it. No problem, Cloud. By the way, we are going to get that on, if I'm not mistaken, September 15th or something, right? Don't forget about like upcoming. Don't forget about upcoming special program. By the way, on Friday, next Friday, upcoming Friday. This domain is actually
Rain Cutter. Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Enhanced animal module 70.
Ultimatum protocol.
You need pyro.
Rain outlines your... Animal test 6308. Midnight phantasmical.
Installation chamber.
Stand clear.
But you see, despite that, like, this team is actually so cool. I like this team a lot. But yeah. And you are safe, you know, like, you don't have dedicated healer, as you see. Yeah, Shinchu can heal some. You can use Sucrose with, like, oh, just a second, let me just, like... With prototype Amber, that is true. So yeah, to get some healing, but again, like, that shield is actually crazy, and also Shinchu gives you some, like, slight healing. Okay, so yeah, let's do strongbox, guys, and maybe that's it for today. Okay, Tutu, like, I want to level up, I want to, like, to be honest, I decided to do, like, in Alpha, like, a level 9, that skill. I don't think I will crown her burst, it actually makes no sense, but skill, yes. Oh, I have 14 books, for real, maybe, like, maybe let's do, like, 20 more. You know why? Because I already finished, like, this stuff. I mean, I completely got, like, all 50 stages, and I don't need to do that. Alright, let me check if I have enough. Actually, it's a good idea. Just a second, guys. Let me check if I get enough books. So yeah, like, Cloud, I would suggest you just, like, about flints. By the way, like, yeah, we should get some... Like, I don't think we will get more gameplays, because, yeah, we already have, like, everything about flints. But still, it's like, yeah, you need to check if he will be okay without Inefa, or should, like, or you, like, want to go for an F in the future, something like that. But again, his Constellation 1 is better than Inefa. His signature, if I'm not mistaken, it's kind of like on the same level as Inefa. She needs, like, this box, right? Oh no, it's not like that. She needs, like... What? Where are those books? Oh yeah, I can't create them. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I need, like, this one. I don't have enough. I got it now. Oh yeah. Alright, so yeah, let's do one more. Maybe I will be lucky enough, you know? Why not? Yeah. I have Long Night, Oz, a lot of them. Gonna strongbox for Noblesse, Vivi. Oh, let's say like that. Oh, Long Night, like, Oz at, like, I mean, like, artifacts, it's like Veresa's artifacts, if I'm not mistaken, Noblesse, and yeah, what I would suggest you to do, like, I do strongbox, like, literally every day. You know why? And yes, at the moment, the best set to do in strongbox, if you ask me, it's Noblesse, it's TOM, Tenacity, because it's great supportive for future not-cry characters as well. Gives, like, attack, increases shield strength, you know. It's actually pretty flexible with some characters, especially with Inefa. Like, yeah, Noblesse is great supportive set. Also, you can do maybe, like... Yeah, Vivi set is good. It's a little bit difficult to get Vivi set. That is true, but Vivi set is crazy. If you have, like, by the way, you know what? You actually force for Sucrose, you don't need something crazy. You know why? You need something like that. Elemental Mastery and Energy Recharge, that's it. No need to care about, like, defense, attack, etc. Unless you want to build DPS Sucrose, which is actually, you know, you see like that? It's actually a trashy piece. But it's work with Sucrose. It's completely okay. You see? You just need an EM and Energy Recharge. Unfortunately, yes, for this one, it's like here. Just keep that in mind. Akasha? What looks like, do you know like the name of the website we check your... Oh yeah, it's Akasha, that is true. I want to check if my Arlecchino... Oh, just a second. That's a website. Flowers and feather with a substat. Yeah, that is true. As I'm gonna like... So, what? I want to check. Miracle, you want me to check? Vortex, do you know the name of... Yeah. I want to check my Arlecchino. Mine top 7. Oh, like, yeah, top. My Arlecchino, if I'm not mistaken, just a second, let me check mine. Yeah, she is also, yeah, like she's top 7 as well, by the way, top 7%. But yeah, I just, like, to be honest, you know why? That Akasha is not so accurate. Just keep that in mind. Like, higher percentage not always means like you have more damage. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, like, let's say like that. It's better to be higher. That is true.
Defensive mode engaged.
Witness the power of Gawai. By royal decree, swirl, mark 2. Animal test 60.
Preparing
Actually,
for
it's better
dust
to swill Hydra in this case, you know.
Stand clear.
I just do it wrong, not gonna lie.
Absorption test. Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Okay, so yeah, let's just get more books. Maybe we can do like this time, you know, it's possible. Oh yeah, it's like on. 39 for real? Yeah, Akasha is weird. I have pretty good build, like 30 EM, and it does a lot of damage, but still. Is mine? No, it doesn't mean, no, like, it doesn't mean you're trapped. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, okay, I can do it, actually, yes, let's do it, maybe. No, like, Miracle, it doesn't mean, like, your, like, Arlecchino is trash. No. Again, like, that Akasha is actually weird, like, as I mentioned, that's why I don't, like, let's say like that. Let me check my Akasha and tell you, like, what I have. Just a second. So yeah, my, it says that my Ayaka is top 1%. Which is actually, I don't care about Ayaka at all. It says my new lab top 2, that is true. My Mavuika is top 3, that is true. My Navia, it says like top 5, which is actually, I don't believe in that. My Escoffier is top 5, it's possible, my Escoffier is good. My Kinich actually is top 6, which is actually, I don't believe. My Nahida top 6, it's bad, it's like, I don't believe in that. Varesa top 6 is possible.
I do worry
My
about
skirk
the
is actually
well-being of
good,
my
she's top
retinue
7.
during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely
You know,
fine
like, yeah,
for
it's
that.
a little bit weird actually. Like, again, like, I, like, my, oh. So yeah, like, I don't know, maybe like, it's like, again, yeah, I don't watch Akasha so much. Again, it's fun, mostly because of artifacts, if you ask me. Mostly because of artifacts. Oh, actually you have pretty good, like, actually Cloud, if you ask me, your build is actually crazy. 86, 190, like 300 CM. Like, okay, let's do some, like, yeah. So yeah, I mostly do like TOM or Noblesse. Today I will do some Noblesse because I need some energy recharge stuff. Oh, HP goblet, I will keep it. I will keep it as well. Nice. Okay, defense. Actually, that's 2 pieces is like, by the way, recently, like, you know, recently I got pretty good artifact. I played this game for about like 5 years, as you know. And I couldn't get, I only had 1 energy recharge sand from Noblesse. But about like months ago, I got 2 in one run. Like not one run, my bad. Like I did strongbox and I got 2 of them. Just imagine. That's crazy actually. I only had like this one if I'm not mistaken. But I got like this one and like this one. That's crazy actually. Like 2 like in one. That was insane. Alright, so yeah, what we're gonna do, like yeah, let's just... Okay, like I will do it like later. I mean like in EFA stuff. Alright guys, so yeah, maybe that's it for today. I will just like, you know... Okay, let me check. Like, my skirk is top 80 and I'm farming her artifacts since like her release and I didn't get even decent artifact. So just like gone around like... Yeah, I think that website is rigged. No, it's not, Miracle. It's not. It's actually, let's say like that. It's just like not so accurate. It's like say like that. In general, it's okay. I mean like Akasha, I like it, and mostly I like to watch like artifacts. But when it comes to like the plays, yeah, sometimes it's like yeah, not maybe so accurate anyway. But because my Ayaka cannot be top 1%, most likely, you know, many plays just don't use Ayaka. That's why, you know, it's possible. It's possible. Because like let's say like my Farina is top 35%, which is actually, you know, like it's possible as well. I mostly watch artifacts to be honest, because like it actually like gives pretty good like that tables, you know, and you can just check what it is.
Combat data updated.
My chasca,
Please
where is
rest
my
assured
chasca?
that I will not blow the roof off again.
I don't see my chasca, unfortunately, but yes, maybe. Yeah, okay. What do you mean by burst level is 7? Vortex like what? Did I just see 9k crystal flies? Yeah. You amaze me, you are so... Like, yeah, about that, yeah. That's true, like 9, more than 9 actually. It's 9.8k, something like that. That is true. You know why? I was crazy about that butterflies back then, and I was just like, when I see them, I just like, yeah, like I couldn't resist, you know, something like yeah, I know that it's kind of crazy, but yeah, then I once like used like that this one, you know, which one is like, yeah. This one, yeah, parametric transformer, and use like 150 crystals to see like if it helps, but it's not. You didn't refresh since like... Oh, top 7? Like yeah, like since like you see like Cloud, like you see like a Miracle, like your Arlecchino is actually pretty good. It's not so bad.
What should I choose?
And by the way, yes, my Arlecchino is also... Oh, let me show you my Arlecchino build if you want to. Let's say like that. I use like 280 elemental mastery, 1625. Ratio is 82 on like 8, and she has her signature weapon. Not some, and yeah, signature set as well. Not something special. Most likely you have better Arlecchino, because you know why? Let's say like that. Decreasing crit damage and increasing elemental mastery might be way more helpful, because she plays out of the, like for me it's a wave build. For overloaded, I usually just switch EM sand to attack. I have pretty one good attack, yes, something like that, you know? And that's it. For real? That's crazy, I didn't know that. I wanted to beat Vortex and Arlecchino. It's alright, I mean like, to be honest, Mirak, you know why? I mean, I don't watch that Akasha. By the way, I didn't refresh Akasha in 10 days or 15 days. I usually don't watch that Akasha, you know? So yeah.
And slippers.
So yeah, like I don't care about Akasha so much. Yeah, sometimes I checked different accounts, that is true, but only, you know why? To check the artifacts, because sometimes you can see just crazy artifacts, that is true. Crazy ratio.
What should I choose?
The best artifacts, etc. Oh yeah, by the way, you know why? Like, thank you very much. Like, yeah, if I pronounce that correct, like Rebecca, like, yeah. Thank you very much. So yeah, like about that, you know why? Like Mirak, why your Arlecchino might be not so high, even though you have pretty good ratio and elemental mastery. It's possible because of your weapons base attack. Weapons base attack actually means a lot for Arlecchino and for all characters, just keep that in mind. So if you have the weapon with a low base attack, even though your ratio is actually good, you have pretty good elemental mastery and you can get some buff from a weapon, she is still not so high, you know? If I'm not mistaken, your Arlecchino is better than mine, but we are within 7%, right? It's mostly because of the weapon. Just keep that in mind. Low base attack actually, like, literally hurts many DPS characters in the game. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, like, high base attack is always better than low base attacks. That's why, for example, 4-star weapons like Favonius is still okay, because when it comes to Favonius weapon, for 4 stars, it actually has the best base attack possible, you know? If I'm not mistaken, we don't have any 4-star with higher than 565. We just don't have. Oh yeah, this one. Oh yeah, this one. My bad. This one is higher, but this one is completely. It's not free to play. It's kind of like, yeah, you need like to. It's like it's banner weapon. By the way, crazy weapon. The character graphics are great. Thank you very much. It's actually, yes, it's cool, Rebecca. Like, it's not bad. Like, in general, like, Genshin Impact is actually, like, yeah, pretty good. Oh, like, yeah, graphic and, like, unfortunately, the only, like, problem it has, it depends on your ping. If you have high ping, it's slightly, like, yeah, it's annoying to play. It's a little bit difficult to play. I have a tag build with 2k attack and 100 EM. You can change, like, and check it, by the way. Why not? Because, but just keep that in mind. If you check your build, you need to wait for 5 to 10 minutes, something like that, and do a couple refreshes to get that Akasha, like, you know, respond. Just keep that in mind. And also, like, don't forget about to place your character. If I'm not mistaken, you need to place your character within your profile. So yeah. Others, please do watch party if you. What is that? It's fine otherwise. I mean, I'm so allegedly wanted for Friday stream. Oh yeah, me too. Not gonna lie. I mean, I'm pretty hyped about like that 6.0 like special program. I hope they will show us something, because most likely they will show some future characters. And by the way, don't forget about, like, as soon as we will be within 6.0, we will get some leaks about 6.1 characters. Just a second, guys. Sorry guys, I'm back. What is, like, if it's possible for you to stream Watch party special program. Oh, about that, you know why? Like Cloud, I will try to do that. Yeah, I usually don't do that. You know why? Because I watch the streams and I record it, I do some videos, etc., something like that. So mostly because of that, I don't do that. Don't get me wrong. I will try. So yeah, I will say you in advance, guys. Oh, you will. You're welcome, Rebecca. You're welcome. Streams the Genshin 6. Oh yeah, like it's not possible, you know.
Reviewing
Watch party if you
outstanding
can. Yeah, I
items
got
on
it.
today's to-do list. Do you have any additional commands?
Alright,
problem.
so yeah guys,
I
like
can add them
this is
shortly.
it for today.
I'm
I
quite
will be
used to it.
online maybe next week on like Monday or Tuesday, we'll see. You know why? Most likely on Tuesday. Because it depends on news. I don't think we will get something. I heard that we should get some like promotional video about Fatui, but I don't think they will release that before the stream. Most likely they will release that after the stream. You know why? Because we should get like Columbina. Columbina, as you know, it's a Fatui, third seed Fatui. She is like, yeah, she is extremely like, she will be powerful, definitely. You know, no way she can't. She won't. But yeah, like most likely, like yeah, we have. By the way, don't forget about Wuthering Waves. I hope my Wuthering Waves will be playable, and I want to go for Agosta. Agosta is going to be crazy, and her weapon, by the way. We have chance. Well, what kind of characters is it? Characters? Like, what do you mean? Was it? What kind of characters? What kind of characters? Like, yeah, like Rebecca, it depends, you know why? We have like different elements, we have like different weapons. So yeah, like, oh, you mean like Augusta? Augusta is a different game. It's Wuthering Waves, it's not from Genshin Impact. It's like, yeah, it's the same open world game, which is like Wuthering Waves. She is like broad blade character. It's kind of like Polar in Wuthering Waves, but she's crazy. She's electro element, but her moves just insanely crazy. Like we have some leaks, but actually we have official leaks gameplay. You can check on my channel, by the way. It's in short, some shorts videos about Augusta gameplay. She has like extremely great burst animations, just crazy. So yeah. And by the way, that update is going to be within 4 days. If I'm not mistaken, on... Yes, within 4 days, something like that. On Wednesday or something like that, you know? Oh, it's a fantasy character? Yeah, like, fantasy, I would say maybe. Augusta is how I wanted Mavuika to be. Oh yeah, that's true. That's Augusta is kind of like that. Like, she looks like Mavuika, like, kinda. Not exactly, but yes, somehow, you know? Somehow, you can say that. Like, outfit is completely different, actually. But yeah, when it comes to, like, hairstyle and, like, the, like, color, yeah, she's, like, kind of the same. And wanted that phoenix bird, like Augusta instead that bike. Or maybe Constellation 1.
Should I choose?
It's a fantasy character? No, Rebecca, like it's not a fantasy. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of game character, but it's according to the lore, she's like, yeah,
Please avoid
like,
dropping
some
small
like
items such as
she's powerful
Mora,
anyway. I
screws,
usually go
gears,
like
minerals,
Wuthering Waves. I
toys,
don't play
gummies,
like I'm pretty
snacks,
casual
hairbands,
when it comes to
socks,
Wuthering
and
Waves.
slippers.
Oh, but again, I wish for the characters I like. Genshin Impact is completely different a little bit, so yeah, I wish for the characters which is actually fits my account. But Wuthering Waves is mostly for, like, yeah, for fun, I would say. Okay, guys, so yeah, thanks for joining once again. I'm sorry, like, it's a little bit late here, so yeah, I need to be ready for, like, yeah, or like, anyways, I will be online on Monday, most likely on Tuesday. You know why? To get some news, maybe, you know? Oh my god, she just like...
Should I choose?
Whenever you want. Okay, so yeah, thanks for joining once again, guys, and bye-bye. See you on Tuesday, guys. Feel free to join, guys. Bye-bye.
Don't want to add to Anthony's troubles.
commission at the Adventurers Guild.
I don't want to add to Anthony's troubles. It's been getting quite busy recently. And a radish veggie soup. What should I choose?
Reviewing outstanding items on today's to-do list. Do you have any additional commands? No problem. I can add them shortly. I'm quite used to it.
I don't want to add to Anthony's troubles. It's been getting quite busy recently.
I guess I'll post the commission at the Adventurers Guild.
Welcome. How can I help you? Oh, Fountain. Hear my wishes. Today's recommendation is the monster.
Hannah, I will make you better.
Welcome. How can I help you? It's been getting quite busy recently.
Hannah, I will make you better.
The neighboring nation of Mora has the most prosperous commercial hub in all of Tibet. It's been getting quite busy recently.
$15, $16. That's
Combat
what I saw.
data updated. Please rest assured that I will not blow the roof off again.
It's been getting quite busy recently.